Emily here, and I'm with my friend Craig, and we are at the Leake. It's spelled L-E-A-K-E, and I've been saying Leake all morning, but it's actually the Leake Auction. We're standing in front of a 70 Firebird that Craig is going to auction off today. He has an awesome business where he buys and sells classic cars, and he does an awesome job, and he invited us to come to the auction today because I've never been to one, and I'm really excited. So thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Let's walk around this car.
All right.
So, it's a 70, and you were telling me this is an entirely numbers matching car.
Yes,
it's awesome.
Transmission, motor, everything. So.
And you have all the original documentation, even down to the key tag that was on the keys at the dealership.
That's correct.
Oh man, I bet the original owner had a hard time letting go of her. So this car is going to be going across the auction block, and are you going to kind of try and get a high price for it? Are you trying to move it out, or what's your plan there? I've got a lot to learn about all this.
Trying to move it,
yeah.
Actually. So, you know, I have a number. We do have a reserve on it.
Okay.
And I might lift the reserve if I get into an area where I can make a little money. So we'll see.
Interesting. Okay. And so with auctions, we can walk this direction and look at other cars.
Okay.
With auctions like this, when you're selling, are you selling at kind of a discounted rate? Or
no, we're not.
What's the deal with that?
No, when we're selling, we're trying to get full retail if possible.
So when people are buying, they're not necessarily buying like you would be to resell.
No, not necessarily. Most of the time, a lot of these are car collectors that are buying for their collections.
Okay.
Or somebody that just wants to get into the market first time.
Okay. So this isn't really like a wholesale environment. This is like full retail.
This is full retail. It's open to anybody that wants to pay to be a bidder.
Okay.
So, and they can come and bid on the car.
That's so cool. I always felt like these were pretty exclusive. Like to be here, you had to either have like a shop or be like a super high-end person.
No, I mean, I'm here. It couldn't be that exclusive.
You sell some awesome cars. You do.
We do.
You've sold some cars to people overseas, right?
We have. We've
like
sold
international.
Right. We've sold to Kuwait, France, South America, Brazil, down in that area.
That's awesome.
It's a lot more fun than what I used to do.
Were you in the corporate world or what?
I was in the corporate world.
Is that bagged or is that?
Wow, look at that.
Regular ride height.
No,
that's gotta be bagged.
Yeah, it has to be. Look how low that is.
It's super low. Gorgeous Bel Air. Love the red interior. So as you see these cars go across, are you just in the market today? Are you going to buy stuff?
It's possible.
Looking at some that you.
It's possible, yeah. Of course, I have to watch it because I have to buy it to where I can make money on it.
Right.
So.
And so, how do you do that with this? This is being
you get
you get
a little lucky sometimes. Maybe some you don't have enough interested buyers in the audience for that are collectors that want the car. Like somebody falls asleep. No, it does happen. Cars come across the block and people,
nobody's bidding.
Nobody's
and
bidding on it,
and you just get a really discounted rate.
So it just depends on who the bidders are in the audience. So sometimes if there's just not enough interested bidders, you might be able to get a good deal on a car.
Dang. So you could like put some sleeping medicine and some drinks and be like, would you like a free drink on me? And then everybody's passed out, and then you get to get all the cars for really cheap.
Yeah, I'd love that every day.
Why is everybody passed out? I don't know. What? 1,000 plus horse. Look at the tires on that thing. Craig, we need this.
Yeah, we need this. You could do some good burnouts in this.
We need this, Craig, don't you think? Why isn't the hood open? Oh, turbo magic.
Turbo magic. That is...
Boost. Nobody can say no to boost. Man, that is
here's one of the cars I'm looking at. This Z28 right here.
Ooh, she's pretty. Hey, what's the story on this one?
The main reason I want to buy it is because matching number original Z28s are worth a fortune these days. They didn't used to be, but they are now.
So your plan with this would be to get it low enough where you can resell it for a profit?
Yes.
Because that'll be tricky, right?
It will be tricky.
Because all these guys are going to be like,
yeah, and the odds of that are pretty slim.
Yeah.
And I know that. but you still have to give it an effort. So, I mean, this could go anywhere between 40 and 60,000.
And if it's on the closer to 40 end, then you'll.
Then I might
what's the highest you'll bid for it?
Probably 45, because you've got what they call.
You don't have a buyer for it, right?
So no.
Okay.
So you have a buyer's premium that you have to pay on the car, which is 10%. So 10% of 45,000 is another $4,500.
Right.
That you have to take that into consideration too when you're buying these. That you've got a 10% buyer's premium on them. So
interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot to take into consideration when you're buying and selling at an auction. So.
Are you looking at this?
Actually, I haven't looked at that one, but let's look at it.
I think we should.
I think we should
Speaking
too.
Of first gen.
Yep, so it's another Z28, so it's going to go. It's going to go for about the same.
Modified.
Has it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it has, hasn't it?
So it
yeah,
might
it is
be
not
numbers matching block. Is it still numbers?
No,
matching?
this is a 350.
Okay.
Z28s came with 302s.
So, okay,
Z20
so that's
came
a question that I
yeah.
have. If you want to have a numbers matching car, can you do bolt-on and it's still
you can
numbers
do
matching?
Yes, as long as the block is the same.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do
Do the
bolt-ons.
heads count?
So no.
Okay, so block only makes it numbers matching.
Correct. Yeah.
Sweet. So what do you expect that one to go for?
Ooh, I don't know on that one. Here, 250.
Numbers matching one owner.
Wow.
Dude.
That may go higher than I thought.
She's a rare one. What is this little thing sticking out right here?
Oh, curb feeler. Do you not know where those are?
No, I don't know.
They're curb.
I don't know what a curb feeler is.
You know what a curb feeler is? She didn't know what it was.
Of course he does. What do they do?
Exactly what they say they do.
But how do you know if you're feeling a curb? It's just a
well,
little stick.
you hear a scrape, like it's like a spring type. See, it's a spring.
Yeah.
So you hear a scrape on the curb.
Assuming that your car is a hybrid, I would never hear that. If I was in Roxy, I'd never hear a curb feeler. It's
I know
like,
something.
I'm not going to hear my curb feelers.
I know something that you don't. Holy cow.
I don't know a lot. I guess I've probably heard curb feelers, but I definitely didn't walk up on that like, oh, that's a curb feeler. Yep, that's not something I'm familiar with. Oops. That color works on that car.
Right.
Most people that are selling cars here, are they dealers or are they personal? Think about that car, and in 30 years, that'll be like, I remember 30 years ago when that car went for $3,000.
Here goes. 23 got her. 25, 750. It's a 1970 Pontiac. This is the Firebird Coupe powered by a rebuilt 350 cubic inch V8 engine, automatic transmission, new interior, new modern retro AM/FM radio. Repair receipts going back to when it was new in 1970. Go ahead and just bring it on up. That beautiful 1970 Pontiac Firebird. First year, the second generation.
How much you got, Phil? 5? Thank you, brother. 10. Phil's in it.
Yeah, tell whoever it is, I don't know. That car runs and starts. I guarantee it will run and start.
I can buy that now 10. Yeah, you can drive it home and find
I wish I could the friggin' thing started.
10, only 10,000.
I drove it in here.
What'd you say, Phil?
Again, this is the 1970 Firebird Coupe. It is powered by a rebuilt 350 cubic inch
You got it flooded. There's nothing wrong with the automobile. You can take it out here on the highway and drive it before you pay for it. It runs. There's no problem with it. And I got 8 bid, 9,000. 255. 255. The reserves off. Reserves off. The reserves off. At 250 bid, no 5, 10, 5. Gonna be 255 and 9. So, another one at 10,000.
Well, didn't get what I wanted, but I didn't lose money either, so we're good.
That's awesome.
We're good.
They were trying to crank it up every flooded it.
That's what I was upset about. Because when it doesn't drive up there, that's why I said I will guarantee the car to drive and run. And if it doesn't, you give it back to me. But I had no choice. But yeah, I don't know what
right.
I was not happy, as you can tell. I was not very happy.
So nobody can get
it is frustrating because you want to see it drive up on there. That car has a really good rumble to it when it runs.
50. Gonna be 50. How much you bidding, sir? 5.
We're good. You know, easy come, easy go.
Yeah. Oh, that's a deep offset on that.
I love 57.
Wow. Let's look at this one.
Yeah.
Those tires led on to me that there was something to see back here.
Is this your next car?
Oh yeah. Burnouts for miles.
25. Got it. 25 here, 27.5. 27.5.
All right, let me think about it. I mean, that's not far off.
What if I was able to do it? 12.5 here, 15,000. And then 20,000, going to be 14, 15. Where the heck did they find it for that kind of?
I'm going to tell you what, you can. It's a 1967 FJ40. It's
I know I can resell it.
Maybe this is my job to do this. Straight 6-inch. Make me feel good about it. Standard transmission.
You spend my money better than my wife.
Think about it.
All right, I'll think about it.
So you're going to think on that. What was the final number?
Well,
around the country trying to find one for under.
They wanted 35 for the car. He said he would sell it to me 36, including commission, which basically means I'd be paying 33 somewhere in there for the car. He's cutting the commission.
And what do you think it would sell for?
The reason that car didn't go for 50,000, it doesn't have an original 302 engine in it. It's got a 350. That leaves it's a little iffy. I think I could get 37, 38 for it, but there's no guarantee.
23. Here we go. Now
You
going to
don't
be
want to
22
sit on
to 23.
No, I don't.
22 and 3.
I don't want to sit on
22 and 23. Husband, 22,000 takes more. What's
It's
that?
a beautiful car.
It is a beautiful car.
Yeah.
That's not to say that after you guys leave, I might not go back and change my mind. So.
So it may or may not be for sale at JZR Motorsports.
Yeah, it may or may not. It may or may not.
750 horsepower.
That's the way the deal's done.
Shelby
Never help me. There's our email, there's our phone number, there's our name. And there too.
That man is the one that invented that book. 1926. 63 and 64. Around 64,000. Are you sure? $64,000. He said no before. And 25 up a 30 to 30 to 30 30. About 32.5 on bid. $100,000 for her money. Emily, do you want to bid on this one? Emily, would you like to bid? $100,000 to go. What do you mean? And she's thinking about $100,000 for her money. Going to be $100,000 to get 100. 100 over. Now $125 amount. 125. $125 amount. 125 here. Going to be 25. 20 for 25 and a half now.
Folks, I'm going to tell you, there's so much history here. The first thing that you have to understand, 55 were built. There are only 55 in the world, and I doubt very seriously there are that many left. The last factory racer built, the last car in 1968. And if you know anything about your drag racing, you know that the 60s at Mopar, they were dominant.
65. Going to be 70,000. I'm going to get 7.